Hello there.
Hello. They can see me now, Miss Lisa.
Okay.
Welcome. We are going to talk about art and yoga today. And I have known Lisa a couple years now, and I've known that she will do anything with art and yoga. She will create new things. She will put them into her classes. She will work with artists to try to create something new. So I want to ask her about, why do we combine art and yoga?
Well, thank you. I love that you've picked up on my passion, and it is no accident that I love to combine the two. For many, many years, and I think it goes way back to my days of early childhood education, I have always felt that art is such a powerful space of exploration and learning. And I have always believed that we should be curious, and art invites that curiosity. When I was at the Children's Center, I started recognizing that a lot of children move as they make art. I started recognizing that when we're making art and when we're moving our bodies mindfully, it's a very similar pattern of breath, of intensity, of movement, and that I think when we are making or observing art and when we are mindfully moving, they all require a point of focus. They all require a slowing down and an intentional looking. And when we engage in those practices, there is this inner and outer play that happens where I know the inside and I know the outside, and I feel this really amazing connection. And so as I, over the years, have loved both, I noticed that when they come together, it's even more amazing. So it's been a lot of fun to take stories and tie stories with the art in the stories to movements related to the stories, and really help folks understand that idea of storytelling through art and movement, because those two components really create the story. And then when we can realize that we can create stories with art and movement, we realize that we may even be able to create and rewrite our own stories for our own being.
Love that. That's brilliant. And I think you could probably go on for hours about all these things, but I want to make sure that we tell anyone that might be listening about our two latest big projects. One is happening tonight for 6th through 8th graders. It's called Artful Movement. And you've been working on this for quite a long time, haven't you? Will you tell us a little bit more about the free year?
Well, I am thrilled. I have known educators, the main education director, Jen Riestek, at the Freer Sackler Galleries for many years now. We met working with DC Public Schools and the DC Arts and Humanities Collaborative. And over the years, we just knew it was a perfect combination to bring the gallery and yoga together. And so I'm very, very pleased. We put together this series that has kind of a two-prong approach. Some of our classes are happening in the schools as virtual field trips. And then classes like tonight are happening for specific age groups for families. And tonight at 4:30, we are gathering friends and family with 6th to 8th graders, although any age can come. And we're exploring a piece of Japanese art and some Japanese music, and of course, movement that's going to help tell the story around the context of feelings. I'm not going to give any much more away, but what we will do is we'll put the link on the description for this chat so that folks can register if they want, because we have more happening in the series through February. And
yes, I'm going to mention them. I wrote them down.
Oh, good.
February 9th, pre-K to 2, and February 18th, grades 3 to 5. So all ages, well, up to high school anyway, have an option to come. And really, it is for anyone. It's currently in a webinar format. So you should come and show up, and hopefully you can chat with us while we're doing it.
Yeah, and you don't even have to be on camera. The cool thing about a webinar is you get to be there incognito. We, present to you and we give you the opportunity to chat, but you don't have to be on the screen. And so I know a lot of things.
Pajamas.
Come in your pajamas, have your house a mess. It's okay. Bring some art supplies if you want, or just, come and be with us and play. But yeah, it should be really, really exciting. And this is the ultimate culmination for me of this love of art, love of movement, love of storytelling, and being able to bring it all together in a place that helps us explore our emotions and our connections.
Yes, and it's so great to be part of to doing something with the National Gallery of Asian Art. So we're so excited about that. And then there's one more I really want to mention. I know these could go long, but this other
We've got a lot going on.
This partnership is super cool too, and there's a bilingual element to it. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so while we're doing this work with the Freer Sackler Galleries, I'm also thrilled that we are working with Megan Lally and her team over at the National Gallery of Art is hosting through a grant program, through grant funding, they're hosting a bilingual art and movement series where we are going into DC public schools in areas that predominantly don't receive this kind of programming. And we're working with students in the elementary schools. We have one target school that we've been focusing on lately. And we are working with a book, a story called The Color Monster. We're exploring feelings and colors, the pages of the book, and all of this through movement. And it's super exciting to have the opportunity to tell the stories in Spanish and English, to sing songs in that bilingual format, and to reach these families who, many of them, English is not their primary language. And so to invite the parents and the children to join us during the school day for some fun and comfortable and accessible programming is really exciting.
Yes, I got to watch a few of them, and I was just amazed at, first of all, the dialogue you can have around the art. And I think that's amazing. Both of these programs are doing that. But also, I was so surprised to see the kids that had never done yoga before and how they were like, wow. And so it just made me go, that's why we're doing this. So that's a piece of it that's really amazing to me, is that someone who's never done yoga before can have this experience and have so much fun and be a little wacky, but then also just notice what's happening and changing in their bodies. It's amazing. I love it.
In one of our recent classes, I think my favorite quote came from a little guy who said, "I had no idea so many people cared about me."
I know, it's amazing.
Right. And it just came from that short little opportunity for him to slow down, for him to feel connected, and for him to feel held in a comfortable space of learning and being. And so, that's why we do the work. And that's the huge, amazing benefit of bringing the art and the movement into one place, is you really strike a special place in kids' hearts.
Yes. Well, thanks so much, Lisa. Thanks for joining me today.
Always a pleasure.